Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Stone, and I'm here today to talk about Adderall addiction. I want to talk about triggers today, what they are, how I learned about them, and how they showed up not just in places or situations, but in people, especially friends who are using or starting to abuse something like Adderall. When I went to rehab, that was the first time anyone actually ever explained what a trigger is. Before that, I thought a trigger was just something that made you uncomfortable or emotional. But in recovery, I learned that a trigger is anything that pulls your nervous system back into survival mode. Anything that makes your brain remember the drug, crave the drug, or feel like the drug is the solution again. Triggers aren't a weakness, they are information. In rehab, I learned that part of staying sober is knowing what your triggers are and then making decisions around them, even when those decisions are uncomfortable or inconvenient. For me, triggers were very real and very specific. Early in recovery, my husband and I had to remove ourselves from a lot of things we used to enjoy. Football was a big one. Yeah, football. We're big football fans here. And football brought stress, adrenaline, anxiety, emotional swings, and all that used to pair really well with substances. So we didn't watch football for 2 years. We definitely did not go to bars to watch football. Not because football is bad, but because it was bad for us at that time. Another trigger for me was my family. My family drinks a lot. They're Italian and they drink a lot of wine and they enjoy wine and they enjoy drinking. And early on, I couldn't be around it. I was also embarrassed about who I had been. I wasn't emotionally stable yet. I had gained weight. I was depressed, and I didn't want to be judged. And I didn't want to try to convince anyone that I had changed. So I stayed away. And honestly, time did what nothing else could. Time healed things. Those were situational triggers. But one of the biggest triggers for me, and still is people using Adderall. I don't want Adderall around me. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to watch someone take it. Even being around a person who is actively using it can be triggering for me. That doesn't mean they are doing something wrong. It means my nervous system pairs it with the road it led down for me. And here's where it gets complicated, because sometimes those people are your friends, and sometimes those people aren't going down the same road as you. Sometimes they're okay, sometimes they're not. As someone in recovery, I've had to learn how to handle that without trying to control anyone or tell them what to do. Because when I was in my addiction, nothing made me shut down faster than someone telling me what I needed to do. I would not only shut down, but I would not ever go around that person anymore. I stayed around enablers. I hid in new groups, people that didn't know what was going on. So if I'm going to say something to a friend who I see heading down that road or I feel is heading down that road, I will say it once. I don't diagnose, I don't accuse, I don't tell them what to do. I come from a place of experience. I say something like this: this is what I've learned. This is what I see. I might be wrong, but I need to tell you what I know because I've been there. And I will feel like I am doing you a disservice as a friend and someone that loves you if I don't. Because I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know what I know. But I need you to listen. And then I watch how they respond. Their response tells me a lot. If they can hear it, maybe they're early in the process or earlier in the process than I thought. If they shut it down completely, get defensive, that usually tells me they're further along, and I was probably right. And here's the hard part. The part rehab teaches you that no one wants to hear. I can't care more about someone else's sobriety than I care about my own. And I cannot care more about them than they care about themselves. Nothing good comes from addiction. That's not judgment. That's reality. People don't stay in active addiction forever and live happy, stable lives. The outcomes are limited. Eventually, it's institutions, jail, or death. This is what we're taught in recovery because that's what actually happens. Addiction is usually about running from something. Pain, trauma, anxiety, self-worth issues. But you can't outrun yourself forever. At some point, you have to stop, turn around, and face it head on. No drug, especially Adderall, can teach you how to live your life. It can only delay the work you need to do to learn how to live in your life. So if I sit down with a friend and share what I see and they can't hear it, that's when I have to do the hardest thing. I have to walk away. Not to punish them, not to scare them, not to make them miss me. I walk away because I'm not strong enough to stay. Watching it unfold is triggering for me. Being around it puts my sobriety at risk. And I work too hard for this life to give it all back to a drug, mine or someone else's. I say to that person, I love you. This is what I see. This is what I've learned. I might be wrong, but I can't be part of this friendship right now. And if that's not enough, if my sobriety isn't enough reason for them to pause, then that tells me what I need to know. Recovery teaches you something very simple but very hard. You are responsible for yourself. You cannot save other people. And protecting your sobriety is not selfish, it's survival. That's what triggers taught me, and that's how I live with them today. Please, if this resonated with you, please hit that subscribe button and please leave me a message because come on guys, I've been here for a while and I've been active a lot more lately because I've been writing, and writing instead of like going off of just like what I think is a lot better for me. I don't get bad anxiety when I hit the record button because I have my thoughts from what I have written before. So that helps. And then what really, really helps is you leaving a comment, because actually this exact podcast was from somebody that asked me to write about this or to talk about this exact thing. Triggers in recovery, and friends that maybe had it down that wrong route. And I hope that this resonates with her. And maybe if you need to, send this over to friends that might need to hear it. But the number one reason why I'm here is because you have asked me to come back. You have asked me to help, and I'm very, very happy to do so. So I hope, and I thank everybody for being here, and I hope everyone is doing well.